Harmony and Chaos is intended for audiences 13 years and up due to adult content, violence, sexual content and innuendo, and language. Viewer discretion is advised. Episode 75, Civil Unrest in Europony. Canterlot Castle, 9:30 p.m. Inside of Princess Celestia's chamber.
Oh, don't answer it, Tia. You fulfilled your royal duties for the day.
Unfortunately, a ruler's duties are never done. One moment, please. Princess Celestia puts on a robe and opens the door. Tempest enters Princess Celestia's chamber. Your Majesty, my apologies for disturbing you, but we have a situation brewing in Europony. Yes, I'm aware of Prime Minister Comet Dust's affair. I will be heading to Europony next weekend to resolve that situation. Princess Celestia, if you wait that long, you won't have control of Europony. Nightshade just gave a speech from the balcony of his castle, and it was televised all over the planet. His speech has rallied Europony, and the ponies there are solemnly behind him. His speech called for their support for him becoming the ruler of Europony once more. I'm sorry, but this couldn't wait until morning. No, you did the right thing by informing me of what's going on. Thank you, Tempest. Tempest bows and leaves Princess Celestia's chamber.
What are you going to do, Tia?
I have no idea.
We need to inform Sonic of what's going on. He's the only one on the planet that can stop this.
At what cost, Discord?
If you give him control of Europony, he will remilitarize them. Europony would no longer be under your control if you make him the ruler again. I say we have Sonic and the girls eliminate him with the Harmony Chaos Cannon.
I agree, we cannot allow Nightshade to rule over Europony again. Who else knows about Grogar stripping you of your immortality?
Aside from Twilight, Shadow, and Sonic?
Yes.
Fluttershy and Tails.
Do you think you can bluff to Nightshade about still being immortal?
My dear Celestia, have you forgotten about my recent success in show business?
That was for a magic show. I need you to pull off an act of still being immortal in an attempt to scare Nightshade out of this plan and get him to step down from wanting to control Europony again.
Wow, I'm shocked that you believe I'm Equestria's best hope for peace.
I can't allow Sonic to fight him. You know as well as I do he's not ready to control that kind of power. One false move with that weapon and this whole planet and every creature on it could be wiped out in seconds. I need you to convince Nightshade that you're still the immortal god of chaos and that you'll kill him if he doesn't stand down. Do you think you can pull it off?
Absolutely, my dear.
Sweet Apple Acres. The celebration continues. Whew, doggy. That was some mighty fine Pegasus ball today, Sugar Cube.
Thanks, AJ. I knew I was awesome, but a hat trick?
A hat trick and an assist. You had a 4-point day in your debut, Rainbow Dash. Do you realize you're only the second Pegasus in League history to achieve that?
Go ahead and keep feeding her ego, Twily.
Ha! Like you don't have an ego, Hedgie.
You got me with that one. I am proud of you, Dashy. You were amazing out there today.
Yeah, she was. Shadow, I'm getting pretty tired, and I'm ready to call it a night. Are you coming home, or are you staying here for a while?
I'm leaving with my princess, of course. Great game, Rainbow Dash. I'll admit I had fun watching you play. Even though you're lucky I wasn't playing out there against you.
Oh please, you wouldn't even be a challenge. Just joking. Thanks for watching me play and supporting the team, Shadow.
Anytime, Dash. It's been fun, guys.
Twilight and Shadow leave the party. You know, you didn't have to leave the party if you didn't want to.
The party was fun, but it's not nearly as fun if you're not there. And besides, I made a vow to myself to never allow you to be alone ever again.
Shadow, sweetie, you need to stop blaming yourself for what happened to me. You did what you had to do. You didn't know he was already resurrected and was coming for me.
Yes, but I would have been able to protect you had I allowed you to stay at my side.
We both agreed that it was in my best interest to go home that night. You were going to the Crystal Empire to kill Shining Armor to prevent Sombra's resurrection. There's no way I would have been able to watch that. We didn't know, Shadow. You didn't know. Please, stop blaming yourself.
Regardless, it was a lesson learned, and I'll never leave your side again, or send you away alone, unprotected.
Oh, Shadow, I'm scared. I'm scared of this baby being King Sombra's. I never meant...
Enough! I know you didn't. I love you, Twilight, and no matter who the father of this baby is, it's never going to change my love for you. I promise you, Twilight, I will love this baby as if it were my own, and we will be a family.
Twilight embraces Shadow. I love you so much, Shadow. The next morning, the Cloud-Dominium. Rainbow Dash packing up her luggage case. Pretty long road trip?
Yeah, it's our longest road trip of the season. 3 games in 10 days, starting in Rainbow Falls tomorrow night.
Man, 10 days is going to seem like an eternity.
I know, Sonic, for me too. This is the longest we're going to be away from each other. If you want to go to that Baltimore game at the end of this trip, let me know before I leave for the train. Coach says he has extra tickets set aside for our families for that game. If you want to go, I'll mail you a ticket.
Sure, I'll go out to Baltimore to see you play.
That's awesome. I'll make sure to book us our own room there too. But I'll have to catch the team train back to Ponyville, so you'll have to run home.
Nice. I could use a nice long run anyway. What time does your train leave this afternoon?
2 o'clock. We should get out to Rainbow Falls by 10:30 tonight. Coach would rather us get out there early and rest up rather than leave at the crack of dawn tomorrow. Just those little strategies that help you win.
Getting a great night's rest before any physical activity, whether that be a sporting event or fighting to save Equestria, is important. Do you want to go out for lunch before you head out?
Definitely. I'm gonna miss you, Hedgie, over the next 10 days, so I want to enjoy as much time with you as I can today before catching the train. What did you have in mind?
Our favorite place, of course.
The Irish Pony it is. Just be prepared for a lot of interruptions.
You keep playing the way you did yesterday and we'll never be able to step foot or hoof outside our Cloud-Dominium.
There's no way I could do that every game. I'm shocked it happened against a team like Los Pegasus. Scoring on them as a team 3 times in a game is tough. So, how did you handle the game yesterday?
You guys won, so it was fun. Nerve-wracking, but fun.
I got hit pretty hard on several occasions out there. How are you handling that aspect of it?
I gritted my teeth and got through it. You seem to shake off the hits all right, and I know you're a tough girl, so...
That's good to know because that's one of the reasons why Soren never approved of me playing Pegasus Ball.
I don't understand why when being a Wonderbolt at times is very physical, and being one of the elements of harmony has certainly put your life in danger.
That's different because we were serving Equestria and doing the Wonderbolt stuff. Soren and I were on the same squad, so he always had my back.
I just want you to be happy, and if playing Pegasus Ball makes you happy, then I'm happy to support you.
Thanks, Sonic. I love you.
I love you too, babe.
Rarity's boutique. Silver is in his tight spandex workout suit. He's practicing his walk down the catwalk. That's right, Silva. Just like that, darling. Ooh, you're so sexy and boyish. The mares in the audience at the spring fashion show are going to lose their minds over you. Silver smiles while blushing heavily.
If Sonic and Shadow ever see me like this, they'll never let me live this down.
Oh nonsense, Silver. Twilight and Rainbow Dash are going to be begging me to make them one of these outfits for Sonic and Shadow.
You know, aside from me looking hot and sexy in this outfit honestly would make great workout or combat gear. It's sleek, durable, and very comfortable.
Exactly why I made it for the bedroom workouts.
Silver shakes his head and goes over to Rarity and begins kissing her.
Oh, Silver, darling. Not right now in the boutique. Okay, I think you have the walk down right, Silver. You're free to take that outfit off now, because if you don't, I'll never get any work done around here, and we only have 2 weeks until the spring fashion show in Manhattan.
Tails walks into the boutique with breakfast for Fluttershy.
Ah, Silver! I can see everything in that outfit!
Silver covers up. Oh, my apologies, Tails. I was just going to take this outfit off.
No, please leave it on for a few more minutes. Rarity's customers don't need to see that thing, and I can't see what I've seen already.
Do you like that outfit, Tails? Fluttershy has already ordered you one, sweetheart.
You did? I may have requested one. It just looks so good on Silver that I wanted one for you, because you look so, you know. Seriously? You want me to wear one of those? I mean, they look cool, but they're tight and they show off everything. At least our fur covers up what we're working with. Changing the subject, I brought you guys some bagels and Fluttershy a lemonade. Oh, Tails, that was so sweet of you. That's my cute little fox, always thinking of others.
Thank you, darling. You know, you're just in time to watch Fluttershy practice her walk. Take a seat, Tails. You're about to witness one of my creations for the fun and flirty spring line we've developed, and I'd love your input. Tails taking a seat.
Okay, I really don't know much about fashion. I forgot most of it when I walked in and saw Silver.
Silver throws his hands up in the air. You know, I thought I was going to have to worry about Sonic and Shadow hazing me, but you, Tails?
Honestly, you look great in it, Silver. It's a little revealing, but it does look cool.
Revealing? Tails, we walk around naked all day, as it is. How is this revealing?
Like I said, our fur covers it up mostly, but that outfit is so tight that it pushes the fur back, thus exposing our male parts more. It may be covered up, but you can see every detail of it. Sorry, just saying.
Well, fine. I'm going to put pants on instead. Silver walks back to the war room.
All right, Fluttershy, dear, whenever you're ready.
Fluttershy steps out from behind the curtain and begins to model walk down the imaginary catwalk. Fluttershy stops and poses for a fake picture.
Wow, you look beautiful, Shy.
Bravo, darling. Fluttershy, you've become so confident in yourself lately. You should be very proud of yourself.
Did I really do that well?
Yeah, and you look so cute in this outfit. Fluttershy blushes.
Oh, thanks, Tails.
I told you you'd make a fantastic model. You're so beautiful and have the perfect body to do this. You just had to learn to have confidence and the right kind of attitude to pull it off completely, and I'm honored to say that you've done it.
Oh, I don't know. It's one thing to pull this off here in the boutique, but to do it on stage in front of hundreds of fashion ponies, the press, and the audience watching the show at home is something totally different.
Yes, but you performed on stage before as a singer and as an actress when we put on that play for Heartswarming in Canterlot, and you did a marvelous job then. This is no different, I promise.
You really did a great job, Shy. Thank you, Tails. I've been trying so hard lately to come out of my shell more. This job has given me a side of confidence I've never had before.
I like the confident you. She's really hot, but still the cute girl I fell in love with. Meanwhile, Canterlot Castle. Princess Celestia is packing a luggage case. I don't understand why we don't just teleport there and take care of the situation now. Because going to Europony by flying chariot gives us an opportunity to come up with a plan for appeasing Nightshade and convincing him that we still have the power. Haven't you heard of the saying, fools rush in? All right, you make a valid point, but the more time we take, the more time he has at gaining support from the Europonians. I'm aware of that, my love, but great care must be taken when it comes to the impeachment of Prime Minister Comet Dust. I must appoint the right pony to take power over there, and one that will govern that province in the way in which I want it governed. Princess Luna enters. I've heard that there's trouble, and you're a pony. Yes, there is, my sister. Prime Minister Comet Dust has had multiple affairs with multiple mayors over there, and the Europonians are essentially calling for his impeachment. However, there is a large contingent of those ponies who are rallying to have Nightshade be crowned the ruler of Europony. Tia, tell me you're not seriously considering crowning Nightshade, are you? As of right now, no. Great care must be taken as I appoint a new Prime Minister to govern Europony fairly and in my vision. That's good to know, because you know what would happen if he were to become the ruler of Europony. Yes, Luna, I know. Europony would essentially become its own separate kingdom where I have no rule or say over anything. Nightshade would have complete control of his own army and rule Europony as he sees fit. So, what are you going to do about it? You've already stated that the majority of the province is rallying for him to once again rule Europony. Discord and I are heading over to Europony this afternoon. We're coming up with a plan to convince Nightshade to stand down on his position of pushing to become the ruler of Europony, but he's gained support thanks to the attack Sonia the Hedgehog executed upon him a few weeks ago. He's used propaganda to say that I sent Sonia to kill him to prevent him from being the true ruler of Europony, and that he was the one who defeated her and brought her to justice. How's Discord going to help you? No offense. None taken, Lulu. I am hoping that by convincing Nightshade that Discord is still the immortal god of chaos, that I can get him to back down. But you know, and I know that Discord is no longer a god, let alone the immortal god of chaos. Nightshade would surely call you out on this. Any pony with a brain would know that Discord has been stripped of his immortality by Grogar for his defiance in carrying out his evil agendas.
Luna is right, Tia. Nightshade is no fool. He knows how all aspects of protocol works here in Equestria, including those of the spirit realm.
I don't believe he's aware of you not being immortal. During Hearts and Hooves Day, you arrived here to profess your love for me, and when you did, Nightshade was stricken with fear, and even referred to you as the immortal god of chaos. I truly believe we could pull this off, Discord.
And if not, we better have a damn good plan B.
Ponyville train station. Rainbow Dash and Sonic standing on the loading platform.
Wow, you guys get your own private train?
Yep, one of the perks of the job. The owners of the teams don't want their players to be mobbed by fans on a public train, so they buy their own private trains for our privacy and comfort. It's cool because we get to eat and drink all we want, and it's all paid for.
My little celebrity VIP.
If we make the playoffs, the team will totally let you travel with us if you choose to. I just have to let the team know ahead of time, so they'll get you a travel badge.
What's up, Rainbow Dash? Ready for this trip?
Totally. Bringing the kids along too, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately, my family still lives in Canterlot, so I didn't have any pony to watch them, so they're coming along for this trip. Thor Bourbon agreed to allow them to stay in his suite while we're playing.
See what I mean, Sonic? Our boss is totally going to watch her kids while we're playing. She had to make special arrangements for it, but they all got badges to get on the train. If you ever want to come with on a road trip, just let me know. I'd have to buy your tickets to the game and whatnot, but we can do it if you ever wanted to.
I may take you up on that offer one of these road trips. I mean, I'm probably going to be bored without you the next 10 days.
Well, we'll see each other in like 8 days when we get to Baltimore. I'll let you know on the communicators when I get settled once we get to Baltimore.
All aboard! The Raiders Express will be leaving in 3 minutes for Rainbow Falls.
Well, I guess this is goodbye for about a week. I'll miss you, Dashy.
I'll miss you too, Hedgie. I love you, and thanks for staying behind and taking care of Tank for me while I'm gone. And no crazy parties while I'm gone.
Oh yeah, because me and the boys are total party animals. Guess I'll have to tell Manic to cancel his rock concert in our living room.
If he were seriously doing one of those, I'd so be flying back home that night for that show. Goodbye, Sonic. I love you.
I love you too, Dash. I'll see you in Baltimore. Kick some butt because I'll be watching a play on TV.
Bye.
Rainbow Dash boards the team train for Rainbow Falls. Sonic spots Rainbow Dash in the window and waves to her one last time before departing the train station. Sonic is walking down the street when he bumps into Tails.
Oh, hey, Sonic. How are you today?
I'm doing great, bud, and you?
I was just hanging out at Rarity's boutique. I brought Fluttershy some lunch, and now I have to get back to the animal sanctuary to feed the animals their lunch.
You sound like you could use a hand.
Not really, but it would be nice to have some company.
Okay, cool. I'll hang out with my best buddy today, then. I just walked Dash to the train station. Her team starts a 10-day road trip today and play a game up in Rainbow Falls tomorrow night.
That's awesome! It must be rough, though, being away from her for so long. I get lonely enough with Fluttershy being gone herself for 10 to 12 hours a day at the boutique. Rarity has been working Fluttershy extra hard lately because of the spring fashion show in Manhattan in a few weeks.
Yeah, I heard about it, and I heard that Silver is going to be making his modeling debut.
Yeah, I totally got to see what he'll be wearing for that show. Let's just say I saw more of Silver than I ever wanted to.
Do I even want to know?
His suit looks totally cool, but it's made of tight spandex material, so it pushes his fur inside of it back a lot, so it reveals a lot. Like, every detail a lot.
Ugh, enough said, Tails. Man, the images I'm getting from that are not pretty.
As a dude myself, I kinda have to give Silver some props. He's impressive. No wonder Rarity is so...
Tails. I didn't need to know that. So, about feeding Fluttershy's animals.
Right, I'm sorry, Sonic. So there really isn't anything to it.
They continue walking. The province of Europony. Nightshade's castle. Nightshade addressing thousands of Europonian ponies from his balcony. Thank you, every pony, for joining me this evening. Soon the balance of power will be given to me, and I will once again rule over Europony as I did over 800 years ago. As Europonian history has told you over the years, this province enjoyed growth, power, and prosperity when I ruled over it. It was that corrupt and heartless Princess Celestia who made romantic advances on me that allowed me to believe that she was in love with me. When I professed my love for her, she laughed in my face and betrayed me because she was in love with Discord. Yes, Discord, the immortal god of chaos. So what kind of ruler is she that she'd be in love with some creature as hideous as he? A creature who represents darkness and chaos. Is that the type of ruler you want to be ruled by? Crowd chanting King Nightshade. Nightshade gives Fidget a smile. This is the same princess who threw herself at me romantically, then denied my love, had her guards attack me at her castle. She then lied for centuries to the entire planet as to what really happened that night, and Canterlot when I was turned to stone. She's given you all this false image of innocence her entire reign, and now I say it's time that we have the power back to govern ourselves, and I will gladly accept the responsibility to lead us all. I promise the same peace, prosperity, security, and power this province had when I ruled it so long ago. I want you to let every province of this planet hear your voices by saying, no more of Celestia's tyranny. We want a fair and honest ruler. You all want me, Nightshade, to once again become king. King of Europony, and have a true and honest ruler that represents you. Let them hear you, my friends. Crowd chanting King Nightshade again. Soon, Mr. Fidget, I will once again reign supreme of the kingdom that was once mine. Ponyville, Twilight's castle. Shadow and Twilight are eating dinner in the dining room.
You know, you're beginning to spoil me with all these delicious meals you prepare, Shadow. Where did you learn how to cook?
Well, Dr. Gerald Robotnik created me to do such tasks, to help him and Maria while aboard the space colony Ark, above Chris's planet of Earth. It became my favorite task, and I found ways to better myself at it.
So I always knew you created in a lab artificially, but you're a real living being, so how did that work?
It's the art of cloning, Twilight. Something I choose not to explain because you'd have no idea as to what I'm talking about to begin with. Let's just say I was created to be the perfect being of life, to help others who couldn't help themselves. And yes, I was given the name the perfect life form. It was never something I called myself.
I know your past isn't easy for you to deal with, Shadow, but I love you for everything you are. I don't care that you were created artificially or not. I'm just happy you were because you're here with me. You're easily the most compassionate creature I've ever been around. No one has ever treated me with the love you've shown, and I'm happy that you're going through life with me, Shadow. Princess Luna enters the dining room. My apologies for disturbing your evening, Twilight, but I have some dire news to share with you this evening. What's going on? Celestia and Discord have taken a flying chariot to Europony to address the current situation and civil unrest there. Are you aware of what's been going on? I'm not sure of all the details, but I heard that Nightshade gave a controversial speech. It's far worse than controversial. Apparently, Prime Minister Comet Dust has been having many tumultuous affairs. Nightshade caught wind of this and exposed it all publicly. He's used this affair and Sonia's attack on him to rally Europony into a frenzy, and most of the province is calling for Nightshade to once again become the ruler of Europony. Wait, Princess Celestia isn't going to recrown him the ruler, is she? All I know of her plan is that she's going over there to impeach Prime Minister Comet Dust and appoint a new Prime Minister in his place. I don't think any pony she appoints is going to meet the approval of Europony.
She can't give Nightshade rule over Europony.
Shadow's right. He'll regain control of the Europonian army. It could plunge all 4 provinces into a civil war, thus causing disharmony amongst all pony kind, and allowing the Wendigos to return. Yes, I'm aware of that.
What are the Wendigos?
The worst thing that could ever happen to Equestria. They're spirits that have been banished for thousands of years. Our race was nearly wiped out by them. Before Heartswarming, the 3 races of ponies were at war with each other. The Wendigo's origins are unknown, but we know they were created to feed off the hate that Earth, Unicorn, and Pegasus ponies had for one another. Many millennia ago, the planet faced extinction because of the Wendigos bringing about eternal winter, temperatures so cold that ponies were freezing to death in solid ice. Our ancestors began to realize that their hatred for one another is what caused the Wendigos to appear, so they decided to put aside their petty racial differences and unite as one. When this occurred, it instantly banished the Wendigos and saved the planet as temperatures began to rise. We celebrate Heartswarming because of this event, but legend has it that the Wendigos would return if our hatred for one another were to ever return. A civil war between the 4 provinces would certainly bring about the Wendigos.
Is it something that Sonic and I could handle?
Unfortunately not, Shadow. The only way to defeat them would be to restore peace and harmony. They're a curse, spirits created by the gods to punish us for our racial prejudices and injustices. No weapon, not even the Harmony Chaos Cannon, could defeat them. Twilight's correct in her concern of Nightshade creating a global civil war. Look at what he's done in Europony already.
But a political civil war is different than racial hatred. Ponies wouldn't be fighting over their petty outer differences. They'd be fighting to protect themselves from Nightshade's reign. We need to get over there and stop this, Twilight. You are the Princess of Friendship and all. You might be able to convey peace to the ponies of Europony and restore order there diplomatically.
I agree with Shadow on this, Princess Twilight Sparkle. A speech from the Princess of Friendship may be enough to settle the unrest that Prime Minister Comet Dust and Nightshade have stirred up there. All right, Shadow and I will take a flying chariot over to Europony as soon as the sun rises tomorrow morning. I am quite pleased to hear you say that, Twilight. I will arrange for a flying chariot to arrive here at 6 in the morning. I wish you the best of luck, Twilight. I must go and begin my nightly royal duties. Princess Luna uses her magic and disappears to begin her nightly duties. Fluttershy's cottage. Fluttershy enters. Oh, hey, you're home. I didn't know what to cook, so Sonic and I ordered Malaysian takeout. You must have read my mind, because I was craving my usual from that place. Hi, Sonic. Missing Dash already?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Sonic decided to help me out this afternoon. He did pretty good for his first time.
I never realized how much work goes into taking care of animals.
Don't get me wrong, I love working for Rarity and all, but I really do miss my animals here at the sanctuary. I've been ignoring my special talent for months. It's all right that you found a new talent, though, too, Shy. Honestly, this gives me something to work on because let's face it, I was getting kind of bored with nothing to fix around here.
So Tails told me all about your big fashion show in a couple of weeks, and that you and Silver are going to be modeling in it.
Yeah, I'm excited for Rarity and her designs, but I'm still not sure about getting on stage in front of ponies to model.
Well, you look beautiful, and you did well during your practice run at the boutique earlier.
Thanks, Tails. I'm trying really hard.
I'd be more worried about Silver revealing too much in the outfit Tails was describing.
I was trying not to look at it. Trying not to look at him wearing it.
You were looking?
Ah, man, I may need to get one of these suits for Rainbow Dash.
It was hard not to notice. The suit is so tight and pushes the fur back. Even you noticed it immediately. That's what Rarity is going for with this spring line. Fun, fashionable, and flirty.
Ah, come on, bud. You're not seriously jealous of Silver or angry at Fluttershy over this, are you?
I'm not angry or jealous. It just makes me uncomfortable, that's all.
But why, Tails? I'm not into Silver like that. And to be honest, seeing him in that outfit made me uncomfortable too.
I think it made me uncomfortable because even though we normally live our lives without clothes on, our fur covers it up. So being able to see Silver in all his glory with clothes on caught me off guard and made me uncomfortable. I think I was more embarrassed for him.
Okay, enough joking around about this. Tails, do you think this is an issue that could hurt Rarity's image if in fact it makes everyone feel uncomfortable?
I mean, I'm not a fashion expert by any means, but I know how uncomfortable I was. This outfit, I'll admit, is good for the special occasion, but not for casual wear. I really think I should say something to Rarity.
But Rarity is crazy about that design. She really believes it'll be the standout outfit of the show.
Oh, it'll stand out all right. Sorry.
I'll talk to Rarity about it tomorrow and let her know of your concerns. Does this mean you don't want the one Rarity made for you, Tails?
Of course I want mine. I'm just not going to wear it outside of your cottage, ever. The next morning, aboard Twilight's flying chariot. Spike, I need you to send a message to Princess Celestia. Spike rummaging through Twilight's saddlebag. All right, I've got my scroll and quill ready. Dear Princess Celestia, Shadow, Spike, and I are on our way to Europony to assist you with appeasing Nightshade. Princess Luna informed Shadow and I of your disposition and suggested that this situation may need the wisdom of the Princess of Friendship. I know you want to try and find a peaceful resolution with him, as do I, which is why I agreed to Princess Luna's suggestion of assisting you. I hope my presence will make a difference. Sincerely, Princess Twilight Sparkle. Okay, send it, Spike. Spike blows his fire onto the scroll, sending the message to Princess Celestia. I'm trying to figure the situation out. If he wants to rule Europony, he could easily do it without including the ponies of Europony or making a big spectacle of it. Trust me, I've been thinking the same thing too. He doesn't need the approval of any pony to gain control of the province, and yet he's going out of his way to gain their support. I think the only rational explanation is that he's trying to make himself look good and possibly gain more ponies for an army. To be honest, it would be foolish of him to plunge all 4 provinces into a war. He would be killed by the Wendigos as well. Ugh, none of this makes sense for a stallion who claimed to want peace. What about you, Spike? Have any ideas? I think he wants to have the support of the province because it makes his reign look more legit and less like a takeover. You know, like, this is what the ponies of Europony want? Now that theory actually makes sense. It does. Great job, Spike. If the ponies of Europony are demanding that Nightshade be the ruler, then it would put pressure on Princess Celestia to make that happen. And if she doesn't, then she looks like the bad guy. Nightshade gets control of the province in a peaceful manner and saves face while doing it. The situation there is chaotic, to say the least. The Europonians don't believe in Princess Celestia anymore, and they're demanding she gives up her rule to Nightshade. I read about his rally the other day in this morning's newspaper, and it stated that the Europonians are solemnly behind Nightshade, becoming the Prince of Europony again. Nightshade also said that Sonia's attack on him was a direct result of Princess Celestia's negligence of not incarcerating unknown criminals sooner.
What a joke! It's not like Sonia gave Princess Celestia, or any of us for that matter, a chance to incarcerate her. By the time we figured out what she was doing, she had already freed Nightshade and was murdered by Will. Even after Aeon's crystal resurrected her back to life, we couldn't find her because she disappeared and suppressed her powers, and when she returned she swore she had changed, and begged us for protection. Princess Celestia gave her a second chance, as we all did. Sonic and I even prevented Sonia from killing him.
Yeah, and you also prevented him from absorbing her powers as well. Nightshade didn't take too kindly to you and Sonic protecting Sonia. Look, I think cooler heads need to prevail here, and I think it will take a speech from the Princess of Friendship to achieve that goal. The province of Europony. Princess Celestia and Discord are staying in a small village at a hotel. Princess Celestia in Discord's room.
I must say this is a first.
What?
You choosing to stay at a less than luxurious hotel or a suite at a castle.
Given the hostility towards me at the moment, this town and its small hotel seem like the best option. We're only a few hours' flight by flying chariot from Nightshade's castle.
So when do you feel is a good time to confront him at his castle?
I don't think there's a good time for this type of conversation. I'd rather get it over with quickly, so I believe first thing in the morning we head over. Princess Celestia receives the message from Twilight.
What's that, Tia?
Princess Celestia opens the letter and begins reading it. It's a message from Twilight. Her and Shadow are on their way out here to assist us. Apparently my sister Luna informed Twilight of our visit to Europony and suggested that she come out and attempt to diplomatically solve this problem as the Princess of Friendship.
This is not a friendship problem. This is the early stages of a hostile takeover.
I don't understand. I gave him what he wanted and I assured him we had nothing to do with Sonia's attack on him.
Personally, I think Nightshade is just pulling your chain, Tia. He knows he can push you around to get exactly what he wants when he wants it. Pretty soon he'll be asking for your castle and rulership of the rest of the planet.
And what's the alternative? We fight him and risk the lives of the Harnessers of Harmony and the Sonic Heroes? Or even the destruction of the planet? No, Discord. It is my duty as the ruler of this world to seek peace and keep it safe.
Then perhaps we should wait for Twilight to arrive here with Shadow. If any pony can bring about a peaceful solution to this mess, it's her.
I will settle this matter on my own without Twilight. I cannot, under any circumstances, show weakness during these negotiations with Nightshade. We will continue on with our plan of making Nightshade believe that you are indeed still immortal and stop him from taking control of Europony.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
Thank you for believing in me, Discord. Your support means everything to me.
I love you, Tia. I only hope this plan of ours works. I'm prepared to fight for you to the death if I have to.
I sincerely hope it won't come down to that. In the meantime, I'm going to write Twilight a letter, telling her not to waste her time making the trip here. Rarity's Boutique. Tails enters with Fluttershy.
Oh, hey, good morning, you guys. Fluttershy, you're in early today. I normally don't get the chance to say hi before I leave. Yeah, I know. Tails and I wanted to express some concerns we have over a certain outfit Rarity was going to present during the spring fashion show.
Oh, you must be talking about that spandex workout shoot she created.
Yeah, it's rather revealing, don't you think?
Yep, that's exactly why I have one on order already. I figured Amy would enjoy it.
Ah, Chris, I didn't need to know that. Well, I guess Amy would enjoy it greatly.
I didn't tell Amy about it yet, but I know she'll like it. Anyway, Rarity is still up in her apartment, so go on up.
Thanks, Chris.
Oh, hey, Tails.
Yeah, Chris?
If you're not too busy today, I could use your help. I have a ton of materials going out to Manhattan for the fashion show in 2 weeks. It would be cool to have your company and the extra pair of hands.
Well, I guess I could spend a day away from the animals and ask Sonic to watch the sanctuary while I'm gone. Would that be all right with you, Fluttershy? Yes, that would be fine, Tails. Go on and have fun with Chris. I could stop over and check on things too during my lunch hour.
Cool, thanks, Fluttershy. All right, Chris, I'm in. Just give me a couple of minutes to talk to Rarity, and I'll be right back down. Okay, I'll make you a coffee to go. Fluttershy and Tails head up to Rarity's apartment. Fluttershy knocks on the door. Rarity answers. Oh, Fluttershy, darling, you're up and about nice and early today. That's good, because we have a lot to accomplish today for the fashion show. That's actually what Tails and I came here to talk to you about this morning. Good morning, Silver. Good morning, you two. Absolutely. I welcome any suggestions you may have. Please come in and have a seat. Silver and I were just enjoying breakfast before starting my day. Fluttershy and Tails have a seat with Silver and Rarity. So, what's on your mind? Rarity, I think the workout suits you made are really nice for special occasions, but honestly, they're not made for everyday casual attire. Why, whatever do you mean, darling? They go with my theme perfectly. Fun, flirty, and sexy. Well, yeah, it does, but I think it pushes boundaries. I know I'm not an expert when it comes to fashion, but I think your workout suit is a little too revealing, if you know what I mean. Well, that was my exact intention when I designed this line of clothing, darling. What exactly are you suggesting, Tails? Tails is suggesting that, Equestria may not be ready for such a, revealing line of clothing. Fluttershy, you know how much thought and work it took into creating this line, and it's the standout design of my spring line, so once again I'll ask, what are you suggesting I do? I think you're making a mistake by having this outfit in the fashion show. It's highly inappropriate, and seeing Silver in it made me very uncomfortable. The outfit may be considered offensive and hurt your reputation. Offensive? Offensive? How dare you say something I've worked so hard on is offensive? I'm sorry, Rarity. I'm not saying these things to hurt you. As a friend, I felt like I owed it to you to share my opinion on how uncomfortable it made me feel seeing so much of Silver. I mean, if I was offended by it, don't you think others will be too? I think it would be in your best interest to pull the design from the show. I will never pull this design from the spring fashion show. I've invested a great deal of bits in its creation, and this is also a fantastic opportunity for Silver to begin a career as a model. If seeing so much of Silver offends you, maybe you shouldn't attend the fashion show, darling. I'm sorry, Rarity. Upsetting you wasn't my intention. Well, you failed miserably, Tails. You don't understand fashion and what sticking to a theme means. I would appreciate it if you left my boutique now. Okay, I'll leave. I may not know much about fashion, Rarity, but oh, never mind. Good luck with the show, Rarity. I hope it makes headlines in a good way. Tails leaves. And do you agree with him, Fluttershy? I do. I guess. I understand why he feels the way he does. I mean, you can't ignore that some ponies may be offended and feel like it pushes the boundaries of being flirty. Think about this, Rarity. If the design is a hit, that means Silver will also become a star, and it may expose him in all the wrong ways. Do you really want every female in Equestria swooning over how great Silver looks? I guess I never thought about it like that. Silver, what do you think? I love the outfit, and I'm willing to wear it during the fashion show, because I think it's going to make you a star. It's settled then. Though I appreciate the concern both you and Tails have shared with me, I've decided I'm keeping the workout suit in the fashion show. I'm willing to stake my fashion career on it. Meanwhile, aboard the X-Tornado. Gee, Tails, what exactly did you say to Rarity? I heard her yelling at you from the loading dock at the back of the boutique. I expressed my concerns for her reputation by telling her how uncomfortable I felt seeing so much of Silver in that workout suit she designed. I told her some ponies may find it offensive, and that's when she blew a gasket at me. Boy, I'll say, I've never seen Rarity like that before. She typically doesn't handle criticism too well in general. When she has a vision, she usually sticks with it, and I can't say she's wrong. Look at how successful she's becoming. I mean, you don't win Clothing Designer of the Year without taking some risks, right? I guess you're right, Chris. Maybe it's just me who feels uncomfortable with it. I mean, I've never seen another dude's junk before. You guys walk around naked all the time. I don't understand why this is an issue. I mean, it's still covered up. Our fur covers it up, though. That suit is so tight and it pushes the fur back, exposing stuff that usually isn't exposed when we're not wearing clothes. Anyway, I'm done talking about this topic. We haven't hung out in a while, Chris. So how are things going with you and Amy? Things are going okay overall. Our relationship is great, but Amy is still having some memory issues from drinking Zocoro's potion. It's not too bad, I hope. No, it's not as bad as it sounds, really. She's been recovering most of her memory in her dreams while she sleeps, so she wakes up a lot during the night. I'm honestly glad you decided to come along because lately I've been dozing while I've been piloting this thing. Geez, Chris, you really need to get more sleep. Piloting while being sleep deprived is very dangerous. Believe me, I know. It's just, I want to make sure I'm there for her if she needs me. Yeah, but Chris, Amy needs you to be alive so you can be there for her. If you fall asleep while piloting the X-Tornado, you know what would happen. I'm sure Amy wouldn't hold it against you if you didn't wake up every time she does. I still feel partly responsible for Amy going through everything she's gone through lately. I was hesitant to fall in love with her because of our outer differences, and because of that she took some drastic measures to turn herself human. I should have been more open to falling in love with her because I was in love with her, and it gave her mixed signals when I'd pull back. Well, I'm glad you finally accepted Amy for who she is. You know, there was never anything wrong with you two falling in love. None of us judged you guys, and honestly, we were all happy for you two, especially Sonic. Yeah, I can imagine him being relieved more than happy. My feelings for Amy go as far back as you guys being on Earth. I always thought she was pretty, but I never told her about it then because I was too young mainly. And of course, I would have been a social pariah on my planet, being in love with an alien hedgehog. Humans have such a narrow-minded view of things. Chris, do you think your grandfather would have wanted to come with you to Equestria if he were still alive? Yeah, I think so. He loved you so much, Tails. You were definitely his best buddy. He always told me how much he missed working on projects with you. He kept pictures of you and him in his workshop. I know he would have wanted to come here with me so he could work on stuff with you again. He retired from the business shortly after you guys went home to Mobius. He couldn't bring himself to work on any projects without you. Did he suffer, Chris? No, not really. By the time he found out about the cancer, it was already too late to save him. They gave him medicine for the pain, and it helped. He would tinker around my lab and workspace to spend time with me and fulfill his passion during his final days, and he died happy and had no regrets. He told me how to make the machine that brought me here. Deep down, Gramps knew that the happiest days of my life was when you guys lived on Earth with us. He told me to go and rebuild his machine and be happy living with you guys. When he passed a week later, that's when I decided to do it. Well, I'm glad you found us, Chris. None of us were the same after we left Earth. We all missed you and your family. You and your family were so kind to us that we felt bad for leaving. Yeah, but it had to be done. At least now with the way I use Chaos Control, there's no chance for Equestria to merge with Earth, causing a rip in the space-time continuum. Do you think you'll ever want to go back to Earth? I mean, you have to miss your family, right? I do miss them, but I never had much of a relationship with my mom and dad to begin with. They were always too busy with their careers. Yet another reason why I left. I was becoming too much like them, and to me, that's not living. I can't see myself ever going back. Well, you never know. They may come here. Chris gives Tails a smile. I hope they do, Tails. Baltimore. Twilight, Shadow, and Spike having dinner at a restaurant.
Do you think we should do as Princess Celestia ordered and head back to Ponyville in the morning?
Honestly, we should, because Princess Celestia and Discord are probably meeting with Nightshade as we speak. I still believe that friendship can make a difference.
I don't see how when clearly Nightshade has been concocting this plan of his since his release from that statue.
I don't know. I was hoping to perhaps convince Nightshade to accept becoming the Prime Minister of Europony instead of its ruler. As Prime Minister, he'd still have to take orders from Princess Celestia, but he'd essentially be responsible for ruling Europony, and he wouldn't have his own army. I was thinking I could get cooler heads to prevail.
You couldn't achieve that when Nightshade came to Canterlot a few weeks back following Sonia's attack. Sonic's steadfast threats is what convinced Nightshade to back down.
Yeah, I think we should head back to Ponyville too. Clearly Princess Celestia doesn't want you there with her as she meets with Nightshade. There's no way this is going to end well for her. With Nightshade, this is personal with Princess Celestia, all because she denies him her love. This entire time Nightshade has been asking for peace, and it was all a big lie to throw us off and to get us to trust him.
So you're finally ready to admit that it's time to get serious about dealing with him.
I do, but Sonic is not ready to yield a Harmony Chaos Cannon yet. If there's one thing that's keeping peace between us and Nightshade at the moment, it's the threat of us using that weapon.
And even then, fear will only keep the peace for so long, in my opinion. With Nightshade's power, it's only a matter of time before he decides to test us.
I can't do it, Shadow. I can't just sit here and do nothing while Princess Celestia and Discord walk into a trap.
Don't even think about it, Twilight.
I'm sorry, Shadow, but I have to. I may be pregnant and not able to fight, but I can certainly try to use the power of friendship to bring peace to this situation. I promise I'll be fine. This is my duty as the Princess of Friendship. Princess Twilight Sparkle uses her magic and disappears.
Oh, damn it!
Why don't you teleport over to Europony with her?
I can't! Not without a Chaos Emerald. I can only teleport short distances without one. Guess I'll have to get there the old-fashioned way.
Shadow rushes outside and flies off towards Europony. Hey, Shadow! Great, looks like I'm stuck with the tab. The province of Europony. Princess Twilight Sparkle reappears inside of Nightshade's castle.
Princess Twilight Sparkle, to what do we owe this honor? My name is Fidget, and I'm Master Nightshade's caretaker.
Fidget, I need to speak with Nightshade right away.
Follow me. He's up in his chamber preparing a speech for the province of Europony.
He's persistent, isn't he?
Look, I know you believe Senpai can't be trusted being the ruler of Europony, but before Princess Celestia broke his heart, he was a fair and honest ruler of our province. He just wants to reclaim what was rightfully his.
He may have been a fair and honest ruler, but he made the mistake of allowing that broken heart to consume him, and it led to one of the worst massacres our race has ever seen. I know about his history of being a good ruler, but he's using Prime Minister Comet Dust's affair and Sonia's attack on him as propaganda to gain control of this province.
Forgive me for asking, but would that necessarily be a bad thing?
That depends on what his intentions are. I'm here because Princess Celestia and Discord are on their way here at this moment, and I'm trying to get cooler heads to prevail before either side does something they regret. Nightshade opens his chamber doors.
Ah, well, if it isn't the Princess of Friendship. I thought I sensed a powerful presence arriving here.
I'm sorry for the intrusion, Nightshade. May I have just a few moments of your time this morning?
Absolutely, Princess Twilight Sparkle. Please come in my chamber and have a seat.
Twilight obliges and enters the chamber and takes a seat on Nightshade's couch. Nightshade enters and closes the doors behind him.
Something tells me you have a significant reason for teleporting here. I know Celestia and Discord have been in my province for a full day now. They thought they could sneak into Europony by flying carriage, and by doing so I wouldn't sense their powers. So the question begs asking, why did you teleport here ahead of them?
Oh, good. It's not too late to stop you from wanting to take control of Europony.
And why would I want to give that up? I've been working so diligently to get my kingdom back.
You know, I thought you would have learned your lesson 800 years ago about how revenge is a very destructive action.
I'm reclaiming my kingdom. That's hardly an act of revenge.
Yeah, but using Sonia's attack on you as propaganda against Princess Celestia is certainly revenge. I may be the youngest and most inexperienced princess in Equestria, but I am the Princess of Friendship, and it is my duty to see to it that whatever changes are made here in Europony following Prime Minister Comet Dust's affair and certain impeachment will go off peacefully.
I may have embellished the truth a bit to gain the support of my subjects, but you can't honestly tell me that secretly Celestia wasn't hoping for my destruction at the hands of Sonia the Hedgehog.
Look, I will support whatever decision Princess Celestia makes here today, but you need to understand the risks that are at stake if you abuse your power, if you do become the ruler of Europony again. Princess Celestia arrives with Discord and storms into Nightshade's chamber. Twilight, what are you doing here? I gave you a direct order to remain in Equestria. I'm sorry, Your Majesty, but I could not allow you to make any decisions without my presence being here. As the Princess of Friendship, it's my duty to make sure that peace remains during these times of transition for Europony. Peace is no longer an option between us, Twilight, unless Nightshade decides to publicly apologize to the entire province of Europony for the propaganda lies he told about me being the one responsible for Sonia's attack upon him, and chooses to stand down in his demands for ruling this province.
I won't be apologizing for any of it, Celestia. What I said was true. You allowed Sonia the Hedgehog to be free instead of sentencing her to Tartarus, where she belonged for her prior crimes against Equestria. So, in a sense, you were responsible for her attack upon my life. And let's be honest, shall we? Deep down, you wish she would have succeeded. Fine, then you leave me no other choice but to have Discord, the immortal god of chaos, destroy you. Stop this! This isn't going to solve anything! Come on, Discord! Go ahead and try to protect your precious Celestia! Defend her honor and take me down if you're immortal!
Nightshade teleports over to Discord and hoof punches him square in the stomach. Discord! Oh no!
So much for Discord being immortal.
I think it's time we negotiated a deal.